Yeah, how's it going? Brendan, it is ionacustoms. Just finished this case off for pattern gaming. It's a Sniper, and it's turned out quite nice. A nice board. The green tracer in the back. Got the GTX 980 Ti with an EK block on it. I got a bit of blue LED lighting, and that blue LED lighting has got a bit of inherent UV, which has helped to bring out the UV in the piping and that, you know. And I did have the lighting on in this reservoir, but it was too blinding, and for now anyway it's off. But it gives a nice, it's quite nice anyway, like it's a nice reservoir, but like I said before, it's not that easy to strip down. The reason is when you strip it, stripping it down's easy-ish, because actually this is I think a basalic glass, I think they call it. When you got to pull these top and bottoms off, they're really tight, okay, and it takes a bit of patience. Once you get them off, then there's little rings, O-rings in this and this, right? And they really do take some patience getting in and keeping in. So you need to use, well, I use an oil. It's like a baby oil, right? Because if you try pushing this glass past the O-rings, which have to seat in this, if you try doing it dry, you probably never get it in there. So if you use a bit of oil then, right, put it on the rings. That's what you do, like when you pipe laying, you use an oil, kind of grease. So if you use the oil, then you can get it back together, right? And you have to check then to make sure them seals are bang on. Like I say, it's been quite a nice build. Two 360 by 80 rads, and at the moment now it's got the 4590 CPU in there, right, which is a good start. I mean, it's more than a starter. It's great for gaming, but if you wanted to go up higher on this motherboard, you could go right up, like, you know, to an 8 core. But I say for the brains in this now is the GPU, and this customer's picked a really good the 980 is it's fantastic. And like I say, with this, when I put the water block on this GPU, when you take this backplate off, right, by default, when you put the EK water block on, this backplate won't go back on because 4 of the studs are in the way. So what do? Do you buy a backplate or modify the backplate that you've got? So if you get a pair of pliers, you can wiggle the existing, they're pressed in, they are, so they're threaded from the inside, so you can wiggle them out, and then just you know, if there's a little bit of marking, it just black it up, like, you know. But it saves you buying another backplate, or in fact it saves you leaving the card without a backplate on it, which doesn't look very nice. It's better to get that backplate back on, and it's a freebie. You just put that one, pull the studs out, and then instead of using the plastic washers against the motherboard, the GPU board, just let this plate sit against the board like it was when it was new, and then screw down from that, see? But I think that these cards are getting easier to fit onto the actual GPUs right there. They're just getting easier, you know. So, and the fittings, you got bits power elbows, right, and then you got EK fittings all over. I don't mess around with anything else, right, because, and these are the only elbows that I'll really use, right, this type of elbow, because I've had the swivel elbows and they have let me down, right, and that's just the worst thing. So yeah, and these boards are fairly reasonable in price, and there's the overclocking on the motherboard is there's a lot you can do if you've got the patience, like. So I say I didn't hook up these chips to the loop, right, because I don't like the barbs on this motherboard. if you could have screwed that off and they'd have put a quarter BSP fitting in there, and I could have put one of the EK fittings on there, right? Or even the smaller version, I would have been happy. But as it is, I wouldn't risk that on a loop. It's just not worth it. You know, just for that little bit of an overclock extra, it's just not worth it. That's where the money goes, the GPU really, and a nice loop in it. So there it is.